About 1 year ago, I switched to flat pedals after riding Clipton for the majority of my adult life. I grew up in a place where riding Clipton made sense because it was mostly XC style trails. Since moving to the Southwest and enjoying all of the variety of trails that San Diego has to offer, I began flirting with the idea of switching to flats. But then Dan beat me to it. After he switched, his riding ability increased, and his crash rate decreased. Those are two very good things to have on a mountain bike. So I decided it was time for me to give it a try. Here are my thoughts after riding flats for about a year. Flat pedals are confidence inspiring, especially when getting into steep, chunkier technical sections. The ability to put a foot down without having to unclip is very highly underrated. I can think of several situations riding tech where I would have definitely gone down hard had I been clipped in. Because riding flats has inspired some extra confidence, I think I've started taking more risk, which in turn has led to a higher rate of progression and probably increased the fun factor of riding. The progression and confidence has allowed me to ride trails that I've looked at and thought to myself, man, I bet that's fun, but I'm just not there yet. Well, now I am, and I was right. Those trails are fun. It's also important to note that tech has never been my favorite style of riding, nor has it ever been my forte. I grew up in Florida, where we have flat, windy single track with piles of pine needles and the occasional route here and there. The desert Southwest is full of new challenges for me. I had never encountered a rock garden or a rock roll until moving to San Diego, and the tech-heavy trails were difficult for me to ride. The switch to flats has made it much easier, and riding tech has probably been the most notable difference. If you have been with my channel for a while, you have probably seen my jump progression, as it has been a major focus of mine for the last few months. Now, I'm not going to say that switching to flat pedals is what made the difference, but I do think it helped. It goes back to confidence. Having the ability to ditch the bike if things go sideways, quite literally sideways, puts another tally under confidence inspiring. When I was jumping clipped in, my form was awful. I would approach the lip of a jump and just kind of pop, because it is so easy to lift the back end while you're riding clipped in. I do think that switching to flats has helped my form tremendously, and now I am more comfortable in the air, be it a drop, a gap, or a tabletop, than I have ever been. Here's my final thoughts on riding clipped in versus riding flats. I am happy I switched. Does that mean you should switch? Not necessarily. It really depends on your style of riding, your local trails, and the risk that you want to take. I will say that at some point in your mountain biking lifetime, you should try both, then decide based on your experience. As for me, I think I am all in for flats. Thanks for riding with me today, and I'll see you next time.